First of all, it is important to know what is agency, or more important to know why agency is needed. As we all know, today's modern business is becoming so complex. So it is not possible for an individual to carry all the affairs of the business alone. He needs someone's help, and that someone creates the need of the agency. So let's read what is the agency. An agency relationship is established when one party, that is agent, is authorized by another party, that is principal, to act on his or her behalf. The person who does anything for return is known as agent, and the person to whom the agent does anything is known as principal. That means, in the complex word, when one person takes help of the another person, when one person appoints other person to work at his place, to work on his or her behalf, that person who is appointed is known as agent, and the person who appoints him or her is called as principal. Anson law of contract also defines agency as, although as a general rule one man cannot by contract with another confer rights or to impose liabilities upon a third party, yet he may represent another as being employed by him for the purpose of bringing him to legal relation with a third party. So employment for this purpose is called as agency. There is a legal maxim I have written, so which means the person who acts an act, who does an act through another is deemed in law to do it himself. This maxim clearly shows that any act done by another person would be deemed as it is done by himself. The agency may be express or the implied. So, agent may be expressly or impliedly authorized to do an act on behalf of the principal. Let's see the example. If I authorize my agent to sell my house to a third person, and if he does so, I become bound for the sale of the house to the third party in the same way as I myself contracted to sell the house. That means the agent can bound the principal in the same manner as the activity or the transaction is being done by the principal himself. So in the contract of agency, always there are two parties. One is the principal, second one is the agent. The person who authorizes the another person to work on his or her behalf is called as principal, and to whom the principal appoints, the principal authorizes to work on his or her behalf is called as an agent. Features of relationship of agency. There must be a few features so that we can call it as a contract of agency. One, there must be an agreement between the principal and the agent. Next, intention of agent to act on the behalf of principal. This should not be by compulsion. There must be an intention on the part of the agent who would be willing to work on the behalf of the principal. The authority conferred should be such as will make the principal answerable to third parties. That means any act done by the agent will make the principal bound to perform that. The object of the appointment must be to establish the relationship between principal and third parties. That means the objective of this appointment, the objective of the contract of agency must be so that there can be a relationship between the principal and the third party, and this relationship is to be established with the help of agent. The relationship of agency being based on confidence between the principal and agent, no consideration is necessary. So all these are the features of a contract of agency whose presence make it as a valid contract.